What you don't know about autoimmune conditions can kill you softly. And here's why. Usually it takes about 3 to 4 years to find out you have a condition after living with a bunch of mysterious symptoms. And you usually don't know right away, usually don't make the connection. I had a near-death experience. I went to a state-of-the-art hospital where they were able to discover what I had before I passed away. And it took nearly 12 doctors to do that. And at that point, I was very, very lucky to be alive. And usually with these conditions, the doctor tells you that it's something that's very common and you can use steroids or you can use emergency medicine for the rest of your life to take care of it. And you'll have flare-ups here and there, and that's about it. And that is so not the right way to treat these conditions, because it's not what the doctor told you. It's about what the doctor didn't tell you. And these conditions affect the entire system, from your gut to your brain to the functionality of your hormones and even your fertility. And as you grow older, you have more and more symptoms, and these conditions jump around from destroying the tissues and the organs of one system to another, and it can run havoc on your body until you're completely destroyed. And you would never know this, because every time you felt pain, that was your new normal. Every time you felt any sort of symptom, you just said, okay, well, I just have to be used to this. This is not something that you have to be getting used to, because it's the dysfunction of the mitochondria that starts the problem. And then what amplifies the problem is the inability of your body to get rid and reduce the number of toxins and chemicals that are man-made, that are in the environment, that are inevitable to avoid. And when we keep going on in life and saying, oh, it's just another flare-up, or it's just a little more pain, it's not. It's the body saying, help me release these toxins. So there's the bigger problem of the mitochondrial dysfunction, and a lot of people have thought that it's something that can be rectified through food, through lifestyle, and that's such a small factor of the actual fix. And my journey taught me that there's so much more to reversing these conditions than just having to live with them, having to live with the pain, having to live with the miserable reality of these symptoms. And what I learned about the body is that there are things that can completely destroy the system and make it even worse for you. One of the things I read about in this book called The Autoimmune Epidemic was that they actually have found that vaccines cause autoimmune condition. And it's so interesting because I didn't personally get vaccinated. It was a choice because my body could not handle the vaccination. It sits in my liver, and I would feel the symptoms of the vaccination 10 times more than the average person. And that's not something I wanted to live with. So I didn't get vaccinated, probably one of the best choices I made in my life, but that's for my body. Somebody's body that's able to detox their bodies from chemicals and toxins would not have that issue. So when it comes to autoimmunity, there's so much more than what the doctor is telling you. And it's not about what the doctors are telling you, it's about what they're not telling you and the risks involved. And it's not just another flare-up, it's not just pain. There's so much more to it. There's free radicals, oxidative stress, the inflammation, the amount of dysfunction in the mitochondria that needs to be fixed. Otherwise, what happens is the toxins just keep getting recycled in the body, and that recycling causes the inflammation to happen, causes the pain to a point where it's unbearable, that the only fix is drugs. So I hope that this helps you understand why these conditions are so much more serious than what they're made out to be. And the start of them is toxins, it's chemicals, it's the inability of the body to be able to get rid of these things on a daily basis. And in the environments we live in today, it's inevitable to avoid such contaminants. It's almost like you have to live under a rock, which is impossible. So this is something I had to really learn, and it used a lot of logic. It used more of the common sense than anything scientific, but helped me understand and manage these conditions and reverse them at the same time.